Are you feeling nostalgic? Want to return to the good old times when Slime Rancher was just a simple game?
Good times, good times.
Well, thanks to this mod, the Restoration mod, it allows the player to glimpse of the game's past by showcasing concepts that weren't in the final game. What this mod brings back are old areas, slimes, and even upgrades that were in the older version. Vale, I started with finding that teleporter that's located in your ranch where it teleports you to the pit. For a while I couldn't find it at first, looked high and low but still couldn't manage to locate the teleporter until much later. I'll get to that. So I turned my focus to the mossy ruins. Thanks to the cheating menu mod, it allows me to quickly locate it. The mossy ruins can be found near the vault in the moss blanket. Once there, it is easy to explore. It is a small piece of area with some slimes already taking residence. All the while, a boom gordo rested in the middle of this area. As I was about to burst the boom boy, I quickly noticed a change with the tar. Thanks to the mod, the tar drastically changes to its older model, something you might have seen in the older concepts of the game's development. Despite these changes, tar still act the same but without the arm grabbing and the rainbow colorization. As soon as the Gordo popped, went into the teleporter and was led to a new area called Prototype Indigo Quarry, an area you might have seen in trailers. And this prototype area is much larger than expected and holds a lot of rock slimes. Overall, a lot of its concepts like the bone structures and crystals still carry through to the final game. After exploring what I can, I noticed some land in the distance. Curious, I jump jetted over there to only find something else. Not too far where the prototype was another piece of area that I assumed was part of the Indigo Quarry. To my surprise, it was not. Instead, it was the pit. The same pit that I was originally going to look for in the beginning. The pit is so small that it can only carry a couple of plots of land. Regardless, it was still a nice piece of land to hold any slime in private. Entered the teleporter to quickly learn that this whole time the teleporter was directly outside the overgrowth. I feel dumb. Anyway, after going through all the scrap areas, it was time for some upgrades. Starting with the incinerator, the old upgrades can be obtained as you would while upgrading your plot of land. The old incinerator was simple compared to the more fiery effect of the current one. Honestly, I do like the old version, mainly its round rings like flashes. It's very striking. Also, if you're wondering, yes, the upgrade will still work as normal even after adding an ashtray. Next is the pond. The current pond has a lovely rocky texture that blends in well with the environment, while the older version was not as detailed. I definitely prefer the newer version, but it's still nice to go through memory lane. Next, we got the old scare slime. Definitely a lot simpler than we see in the final game. It is basically a stick with a tar on top of it. I found it very funny though. It's like putting an inflated balloon on a stick as a cheap way to scare the crows. Lastly, the sprinklers. What we see in the game are sprinklers bursting out of the pipes, I would say. For the old sprinklers was just a cannon squirting water. And that is it. I know I missed a couple of things from this mod like the old puddle slimes, icons, and food. But I thought I'll let you ranchers explore that for yourself. And also I did forget to record the footage. My bad. Anyway, I hope you guys love this mod. Of course, I'll provide it down in the description. Like always, stay weekly.